At the start of the movie, a recently transferred student Shuyusia was followed by a girl named Mo. After a while, Mo approached him gasping for breath, and she revealed her affection for him. However, Shuyusia rudely turned her down, saying that she found her annoying as he walked away. The other students ridiculed Mo for her rejection. Later, as Shuyusia headed to class, I, Mo's best friend Ayawi, stopped him. I informed him about how Mo had gathered the courage to confess her love for him, rather than being emotional. Shuyuchi came closer to me and asked if I also liked him. When I heard this, I got angry and pushed him down the stairs, which resulted in Shuyuchi getting injured. I felt compelled to help him get back to his home. Later, as Shuyuchi told me they were near his home, I was surprised because it turned out to be exactly where I lived as well. After some further conversation, we discovered that we were next-door neighbors. In the next scene, I found Shuyuchi, who was now injured, lying on his bed while I cleaned his room and prepared food for him. After a while, Shuyuchi approached me, and to my surprise, he was half naked. Seeing him in that state startled me, and in my shock, I accidentally started a fire. Shortly after, the landlord Kazumi arrived and informed us that repairing the room would probably take more than a week. Following the fire incident, Shuyusia reluctantly moved in with me. The next day, I was exhausted and irritated due to Shuyuchi's disruptive presence at home, which prevented me from sleeping and preparing my school lunch. Mo noticed something was amiss and inquired, but I remained silent as she still harbored feelings for Shuyuchi. To add to my stress, 2 other students revealed that a couple living together had been expelled from school. This news intensified my fears, as I worried that if Shuyuchi and I were discovered living together, we might also face expulsion. Upon returning home, I began organizing my belongings and creating posters with guidelines for Shuyuchi on cohabiting. While I was doing this, Shuyuchi came with his friend Ryosuke. Trying to stay hidden, I concealed myself under a blanket. Shuyuchi, however, noticed my feet and playfully sat on top of me, causing discomfort and preventing me from making any noise. Meanwhile, Ryosuke inquired about female clothes. Shuyuchi clarified that the clothes belonged to his female neighbor. When Ryosuke went to the balcony to check on the neighbor, I emerged from under the blanket and confronted Shuyuchi for bringing his friend over without notice. Shortly after, Ryosuke returned to the room, and Shuyuchi introduced me to him as his neighbor. After the incident with Shuyuchi and Ryosuke, I was compelled to leave my own apartment due to the fire incident. Getting soaked by the rain, I sought shelter in a nearby supermarket, where I found my friend Sanjo working. He kindly offered me a chance to taste new items at the supermarket and provided me with a jacket and an umbrella as I had caught a cold from being out in the rain. The following day, while I was on the balcony, I was greeted by Kazumi, who inquired about how I felt living with my high school roommate. At that moment, Kazumi's son Koda arrived and inquired about joining them for a barbecue. Shuyuchi appeared and confirmed the plan with Koda. The next day at the riverside, Mo, Sanjo, Shuyuchi, Ryosuke, and others were preparing for a barbecue. Sanjo, a skilled cook, was multitasking by preparing various dishes simultaneously. I surprised Mo by revealing that Shuyuchi was my neighbor. In an unexpected turn, Shuyuchi's brother, Soju, arrived at the gathering with a girl named Satsuki, who turned out to be Shuyuchi's childhood friend. Satsuki hugged Shuyuchi in a low voice, and Ryosuke revealed that Satsuki was Shuyuchi's ex-girlfriend. Later, I received 2 amusement park tickets from Kazumi. I initially planned to go with Mo, but Shuyuchi suddenly appeared and took one of the tickets. At the amusement park, Shuyuchi held my hand, and I learned about a forthcoming fireworks event creating a heart shape in the air. However, Shuyuchi told me that he would attend the event with me. Meanwhile, some other classmates also arrived. While hiding from classmates, Shuyuchi tried to kiss me, hinting at his feelings. I also confessed my feelings to Mo, and she offered to help. Later, as Shuyuchi and I were returning home, I noticed a necklace I liked very much. Unfortunately, the price of the necklace was so high that I couldn't afford it. As we reached our apartment, we found Satsuki waiting for Shuyuchi. Seeing him and me together, she got jealous and threatened me to stay away from him. In the next scene, Shuyuchi hadn't returned home for a couple of days, and I was worried about him. Suddenly, Soju approached me and asked if I really liked Shu-si. I denied having feelings for Shu-si and asked about what had happened between Satsuki and Shiusei. Soju just told me that Satsuki was a good friend of Shiusi's who always helped him in need. He further mentioned that he would explain what happened between them 2 years ago, but only if I agreed to his one condition. He then leaned forward and kissed me, causing me to start screaming and run away. In the next scene, Shuyusiya and Soju can be seen together, where Soju is providing him with some money, stating that he will need it if he's living together with a girl. However, Shuyuchi rejects the money. At the same time, Soju comments about me and tells Shuyuchi that he kissed me. Upon hearing this, Shuyuchi gets angry and is about to punch his brother but manages to control himself. He then goes to me and finds me crying alone on a hill. He approaches me and kisses me on the cheek, stating that now my unpleasant first kiss has been reset. Time passes by, and I have started feeling comfortable with Shiusi. One day, while the two of us are returning home after shopping, Sanjo notices us and stops us. I ask Shuyuchi to go away, but he stays with me. Later, I tell him that if Sanjo sees us together, it may cause trouble. In reply, Shuyuchi tells me that he doesn't care what others think about us. He just loves spending time with me. As the fireworks event approaches, I buy a lovely good luck dress for myself. Later at night, Shuyuchi gets a call from Satsuki and rushes out of the house. He seems a little tense and keeps on thinking about the promise he made to Satsuki 2 years before. When Shuyuchi returns home late at night, I ask him about what happened between him and Satsuki 2 years before. However, he just ignores my question and enters his room. The next day, I meet Mo and find out that she and Ryosuke are in a relationship. From Ryosuke, I learn that today is Shuyuchi's birthday. After reaching home and excited, I prepare different dishes for Shuyuchi's birthday. I had a bittersweet moment as I prepared a beautiful cake to surprise Shuyuchi, but my happiness was short-lived. A call from Satsuki shattered me when she informed me that Shuyuchi wouldn't be returning home and was planning an intimate night with her. Later that night, Shiusiya returned to find a feast waiting for him. However, Shuyuchi came closer to me but did not kiss me. Instead, he got up, packed his belongings, and moved out of the room. It was raining heavily. I followed, hugging him from behind, confessing my feelings and the desire to be with him, marking a pivotal point in our relationship. Shuyuchi replied that he didn't hate me, but also mentioned that he was not in a condition to accept the relationship and stay with me. In the next scene, we see the landlady's son tying his wish written on a piece of paper to a tree. Elsewhere, Mo found something strange about me and asked Ryosuke about the truth between Satsuki and Shiuchi. Ryosuke revealed that Shiuchi and Satsuki had been friends since childhood and had also been in a relationship, but it didn't work out. They always quarreled when they were together due to the toxic nature of their relationship. Shiuchi broke up with her, but Satsuki couldn't handle the decision. Later, during Christmas, Satsuki messaged Shiuchi that she would be waiting for him under a Christmas tree. However, Shiuchi ignored her messages. After several hours, Shiuchi listened to her voice message and learned that Satsuki was actually waiting for him outside in the freezing cold, where she had become unconscious due to the freezing temperature. Satsuki's hospitalization leads Shiuchi to fulfill his promise of being with her until she finds happiness. I discover a beautiful necklace at home, a reminder of our conversation, and I cried. Meanwhile, Mo plans a festival visit with Ryosuke and seeks a date for me. Sanjo agrees to accompany me. On the festival day, I wear my new dress and am sent ahead on a bus by Mo and Ryosuke. After that, they head to Shiuchi's room, finding him lying on the floor. Ryosuke notes his happiness when he was with me and the inability to escape his feelings. In the midst of the festival, Mo attempts to make Shiuchi realize his love for me, and Shiuchi, upon learning I'm at the festival with Sanjo, rushes there on Ryosuke's scooter. At the festival, while the fireworks illuminate the sky, Sanjo confesses his love for me and tries to kiss me, but I tearfully apologize and walk away alone. When I hear someone calling my name, I turn around to find Shiuchi searching for me. Shiuchi finally confesses his love for me, and I reciprocate. We share a passionate kiss as the fireworks form a heart in the sky. Shiuchi also places the necklace I had bought for him around my neck. This culminates in a heartwarming scene where we acknowledge our feelings for each other. It's revealed that Koda's wish was for Shiuchi and me to be together forever, adding a sweet touch to our love story.